Welcome to Book Marathon. I am Divya from 2nd BCom Corporate Secretaryship. Now I am gonna to share my view about the book named The Power of Your Subconscious Mind, written by Joseph Murphy. Let's see the author's biography. Joseph Murphy was an Irish-born American author with a degree in psychology from the University of Southern California. He was born on May 20, 1898 in Ireland. He raised as a Roman Catholic. Then he became the Ministry of Los Angeles Divine Science Church in 1949, which he built into one of the country's largest New Thought congregation. The Power of Your Subconscious Mind was published in 1963. Murphy specialized in using the subconscious mind to treat disease. In this book, he explains how we can access the untapped potential of our subconscious mind. This book is full of examples from Joseph Murphy's life. Each example shows the fantastic potential for the subconscious mind to change the people's lives for the better. Let's start with his words. The law of subconscious mind works for good and bad ideas alike. This law, when applied in the negative way, it causes of failure, frustration and unhappiness. However, when your habitual thinking is harmonious and constructive, you experience perfect health and prosperity. He started providing the example of the character Enrico Caruso, who was an Italian opera singer in the late 19th century. He was incredibly nervous before the shows and he suffered from throat spasms before performance. This nervousness was his conscious mind impairing a skill that had subconscious for him. Joseph Murphy explained that the conscious mind took over with the negative thoughts. Despite this, he was able to conquer these physical reactions, telling his conscious mind to stop interfering with the subconscious mind. This meditative practice allowed him to reduce his fears and perform naturally and confidently. In this example, I have learned that how we can overcome the personal challenges with the help of subconscious mind. Then he explains about the positive thinking. Positive thinking is the most important to achieve our goals. If you visualize or imagine what you hope to be true, sometimes it does come true. He explains this with an example of one of his relatives caused from tuberculosis. The relative's son was determined to help him get better. His son picked up a piece of wood off a sidewalk and gave it to his father. The son explained that this was a cross bought from a monk who had recently worked at a healing shrine. The father believed in that and he started to hold the piece of wood tightly overnight, and the next morning he was completely healed. From this example, I have learned that positive thinking and hope brings a man better. Then he provides another example of how giving your brain time to consider options can allow your subconscious mind to communicate the best option. Joseph introduced a reader, a woman who was given a job opportunity on the other side of the country. Although the salary was double what she was currently earning, she was unsure whether it worth the money. Therefore, instead of making a rash decision, she went to bed early, and she was letting her subconscious mind to influence her decision. In the morning, her sixth sense told her that she should reject the offer. She listened to the subconscious mind and she rejected the offer. After 3 months, she came to realize that she had made the correct decision as the other company had filed for bankruptcy. Then he explains very clearly that fears are just the false thoughts. Fear is an emotion that troubles us throughout our lives. When we were young, we were fearful of monsters and we go under our beds. As we grown up, we continue to have fears in the shape of worrying about money. Both these fears are based on false thoughts, and we challenge these fears by challenging these thoughts. At last, he explains about the 3 steps to success. The first one is love your work. It might be hard sometimes, but loving your work will hugely improve your quality of life. If you are doing a job genuinely love, it won't feel like a work. You will be ingrained in your craft and completely motivated to continue working. The second one is specialize. Perfecting is a craft that thoroughly rewarding pursuit. It means we should specialize in particular areas. It allows us to become a leader in our field. The third one is altruism. Joseph Murphy described this as the most crucial step to happiness. Your love of work cannot be associated with selfish desires. Instead, you gain the most happiness from your motivation being tied to cause beyond yourself, a cause that serves humanity. In this book, I like these 3 principles that he explains very clearly for our success. Then he explains about the happiness. His wordings are: you must choose happiness. Happiness is a habit. It is a good habit to ponder often. At last, he concludes that our subconscious mind is the most powerful thing in our life. Thank you.